Hello and welcome to another edition of Son of Kaiju Review. I'm Protomet.
I'm Tank.
And today, we're going to get a bit dirty.
Not in that way, weirdos. Pollution!
Ah, yes. Sewage, sludge, grime, dirt, landfills,
Yes.
noxious fumes. Godzilla vs. Hedorah.
Yep. Yeah. This is an okay movie.
Yeah. I mean, without spoiling the movie, this is a pretty interesting concept for a movie. I don't think it quite works as well in execution, but it certainly is an experience.
If anyone out there partakes in, like, mushrooms or acid, I wouldn't recommend this movie.
Yeah, this is absolutely...
You'd be tripping your balls
This
off.
is absolutely the most psychedelic Godzilla movie ever.
It was the 70s. Or maybe, no. 70s or 80s. I don't know.
No, so I want to say early 70s, because the Godzilla series kind of died in the mid 70s to the mid 80s.
Yeah.
And this was, I guess, a contributing factor, even though they kept making quite a few more movies after this.
Yeah.
And Hedorah is itself a fairly popular monster.
Yeah. There's several different figures out there of him, so it's...
Well, that's because it's got several different forms.
well, yeah, that would be...
And don't forget the mushroom version that showed up in Godzilla Island.
Yep.
But yeah, to basically sum up the movie, don't pollute, otherwise a space alien might show up and make a giant monster by consuming pollution and trying to terraform the planet for its own benefit.
I did not mind the little animation things that they had.
Yeah, the movie is occasionally interspersed with animated sequences, which I guess act as chapter breaks, sort of.
A little bit, like if you're reading a comic or something, and then it's like, okay, you can take a break here or something like that. Bathroom break.
I mean, the movie doesn't really explain where Hedorah comes from. It just heavily speculates that it came from space.
Yeah. So that his little tadpole form was his alien form that combined all the sewage.
So from what I understand, Hedorah was like just a whole colony of microscopic creatures that merged together, which would have made more sense if it were a naturally occurring creature from Earth, but no, it was
an alien.
As far as the movie is concerned, it's a space alien that just showed up, wrecked some boats, caused a bit of havoc, and then got bigger.
Yep. By all the garbage in the waters and all the dead fishies and.
The movie primarily focuses on this scientist, his son, kind of his wife, and then this one dude who knows the family somehow.
Yeah.
And I guess his singer girlfriend. It's mostly about Hedorah wreaking havoc, though.
Yep. And Godzilla coming to save the... Or somewhat save. Or he's like, get out of my territory, you weird...
I dislike you.
Yeah. Let's have fisticuffs.
Let's see. The movie starts with Hedorah showing up and destroying a couple boats, which makes the news. The scientist guy we mentioned, he gets...
he goes scuba diving.
No, he is given a tadpole that a fisherman fished out of the nearby sea, and it dries out.
Yes.
And it's through that the scientist discovers that the creature is made of minerals rather than any organic substance.
We just kept calling the small things poo.
And they were tadpoles, and that they thrive in polluted water and polluted environments.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, the scientist goes scuba diving.
Scuba diving.
And his son, a little boy, who loves playing with his Godzilla toys.
Just pushing him down the slide.
He encounters a Hedorah and tries gutting it like a fish with his knife.
And it just kind of goes through Hedorah, and it kind of burns his hand.
Yeah, but it burns his dad's face even more, leaving him with a scar that is, throughout most of the movie, covered up with a bandage because they couldn't be bothered to apply the makeup again.
It's probably too much work for that time.
But we do get to see what the scarification looks like, and it's actually a plot point that the scientist wants people to see what kind of effects this creature can have on people.
Yeah.
Not to shy away just because it's disfigured him.
Mm-hmm. After he shows that he's pretty much the rest, his face is bandaged up, like covering the wounds.
Mm-hmm. And throughout like the rest of the movie, he's doing experiments with the Hedorah sample to try and find a way to deal with the creature.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, Hedorah makes landfall and gets into a fight with Godzilla.
But prior to that, we have like the singing lady is performing at
a nightclub.
At a nightclub, and her boyfriend is
wasted.
Wasted, and
He's
bunch of tripping balls.
He is very clearly under some sort of influence. Because then all of a sudden his girlfriend, who is also dancing while singing, as well as all the people in the nightclub, just suddenly have fish masks on.
Yeah, just... See? That's why you don't do drugs, kids.
And this is happening while Godzilla and Hedorah are fighting.
Yeah.
Godzilla, he swings Hedorah around
and,
by the tail, and it just causes chunks of the creature to fly off.
And the party kind of ends when a part of Hedorah's, slime or whatever
starts oozing down the steps.
And then they retreat.
It then retreats, and it leaves behind a kitty who is like, the fuck did you just do to me, get the studio?
It's like you just
I did not sign up for this. I don't recall signing up for anything. I want my lawyer.
It's just like I feel violated. Just like I'm so sticky.
It's like I'm covered in goo. Why?
It's like you wash that cat now. That cat didn't do anything to you.
Fuck, they do that to a baby later in the movie.
Yeah, they do.
They just have him sitting in a pile of mud. I get it. It's meant to be, evocative of how pollution is killing us all.
Yeah.
But the cat and the baby both technically survive.
Well, yeah. So they run to their vehicle, and then the music must have been so loud that they couldn't hear the stomping of these two kaijus.
Pum, pum, pum. Because they're in, the middle of the city.
Yeah. Just vibrations. Probably thought it was the bass.
And unfortunately, Godzilla is unable to defeat Hedorah, who retreats back to the sea.
Well, he just starts throwing pieces of him at him. Godzilla does throwing mud.
Throwing poo bombs.
Oh, man, come on.
Toxic sludge that burns Godzilla.
There is a scene where it lands in Godzilla's mouth, and you just see him. Just ew, sick fucker. Yep, Godzilla retreats, and then
I think it's during this that the guy who is friends of the family sees that Hedorah starts sparking for some reason.
I think because the sun is starting to come up and the heat's trying to almost drying him out.
It's something about electrical current or something. He tells a scientist who then begins his experiments in creating like
Maser cannons.
Kind of! Except those that
Maser walls?
Maser walls! Electrified walls that can project electricity. A magnetic field or something.
Yeah.
And he does manage to successfully create a small-scale device that is able to dry out Hedorah, the Hedorah sample he has, in order to kill it. And now they just need a big one.
Yep.
Which kind of becomes the main conflict for the military in this. Not only building the thing, but also powering it and luring Hedorah to it.
Yep. It's almost like they have to take the energy from the town or something, charge it up, or I don't remember.
Meanwhile, the friend of the family, who I swear early on he looked a lot like Kenji Oba from like Space Sheriff Gavin or Battle Fever J and Denshi Sentai Denzaman, but it's not the same actor. I know that for a fact. He just vaguely looks like him.
This is Doppelganger.
Kind of. I do know that he did show up in Silver Common because I watched the first episode of that. I was like, oh, hey, I just watched a movie with this guy. But anyway, he decides we're just going to party on Mount Fuji. Invite everybody.
Yeah, so they go to Mount Fuji and then we see
like
the people.
Nobody shows up. There's like just a few people. And so he's like,
all right, let's still party.
We're going to die anyway. Let's party. Woo! Woohoo! Meanwhile, nearby, just like some old people are looking on as if they're ghosts haunting the place.
It's like, what the fuck are you young kids doing?
They're just standing in the reeds just watching.
It's like, shame. Shame. How dare you have fun when we were probably about to die.
This movie features a lot of symbolic imagery and such. And yeah, it makes sense. It's just there, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I get the point that it's anti-pollution, but like, what does it all mean? We can't really ask the guy who made it, because he's dead.
He's been dead for years.
Yes. Though he did try to bring Hedorah back. Kind of.
It wasn't him. He tried, but he showed up in Final War.
He is at least partially responsible for the multiverse.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, he does get like a producer credit, and I think that at least the 2014 Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Maybe more. I don't watch the credits that closely.
No.
I'll sit through them. I just won't read everything.
Like, who has time? Oh shit! I missed. What was that? What did that say?
But anyway, then Hedorah shows up on the mountain, which means that the military has to scramble to build the wall on Mount Fuji instead of where they thought Hedorah was headed.
Yep. Then Godzilla shows up again to try to fight Hedorah.
And while the military is unable to actually power the wall, Godzilla uses his atomic breath to activate it.
He's like, boost.
And that dries out Hedorah, and then while he's drying out, Godzilla reaches into the creature and pulls out a pair of balls for some reason.
I think it's his eyes.
You think so, but after getting those dried out and crumbled to dust, Godzilla then flings a rock onto the creature, and then another Hedorah comes out of the thing, which, complete with eyes. So it's like, what the fuck were the balls?
Hedorah's balls. It's a weird movie.
It's a weird movie. Yeah. And then as this second Hedorah is flying away, Godzilla's like, all right, I'm going to fly with my atomic breath. In it, one of the weirdest sequences in the movie that is full of weird sequences.
Yep. It's like Godzilla just bulges up and then just...
He just curls in his limbs and just uses his atomic breath as propulsion to catch up to Hedorah, who had a major head start, and despite the fact that Godzilla is moving super slowly, Godzilla manages to catch up and drag him right back to the to the electro walls, to dry him out completely.
Yeah.
Like, he even tears Hedorah to pieces, just tossing all his sludgy bits everywhere to make sure that everything is dried out.
Yep, and I believe he fires again his atomic breath against the wall, and because the electricity is not affecting Godzilla at all.
No. But then when Godzilla is satisfied, he's like, all right, peace out.
I'm like, howdy.
Just leaves.
Oh, now, where the hell did I park my car?
I know there was a sequence at one point that we gloss over where Hedorah's flying over a school, and it just severely injures a bunch of kids who are out exercising. There's one point where a guy is working a construction site, sees Hedorah, leaps from the construction site, lands as bones, while Hedorah just almost phases through the construction equipment, which then proceeds to collapse in upon itself because of Hedorah's sulfuric acid, which corrodes metal.
Yeah. The boy witnesses, I believe, the man turned into a skeleton, and apparently just the fumes kind of hurt his eyes, so he runs back to his mom and dad.
Yeah. But that's earlier in the movie. That's like halfway through. I mean, this is a movie that is absolutely worth checking out.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't think it holds up very well as an overall top-tier Godzilla movie.
No, not at all. It's fine. But
Hedorah is a great monster.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a like mostly liquid monster. Mm-hmm. It's almost Godzilla versus the Blob in a sort of sense.
Exactly.
And Hedorah's design is chef's kiss. Old Vagina Eyes, absolutely pinnacle creature design.
Vagina Eyes.
And that is not just me making a comparative statement. Yoshimitsu Banno actively tells that Hedorah's eyes are supposed to look like vaginas because those are scary, according to him.
They can be. And we're ending it there. No, the vagina talk, not the podcast itself.
I think we've still got a few things to say. This is absolutely a trippy movie. I can kind of understand why Toho didn't really want Banno working on any other Godzilla movies after that.
It's not a terrible film. Like we said, Hedorah's design is great.
I just feel like its anti-pollution message gets made super early on, but then the movie just keeps going.
And I don't really think... Okay, after Godzilla defeats Hedorah, it seems like the pollution kind of clears a little?
No, the pollution is still there. I think the message is stop polluting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty...
It is interesting that both Godzilla and Hedorah represent man-made monstrosities.
Yes,
and also represent how much humans are able to control those things. Mm-hmm. Because in the case of Godzilla, he represents nuclear weapons and nuclear power. Mm-hmm. And that is heavily regulated.
Yes.
So its use as a heroic figure in this movie represents how we as humans have a better control over that compared to the other threat, pollution, mm-hmm. which Hedorah is, and which humans, despite the fact that we should have far more control over because it's everybody's responsibility.
Yes.
Not everybody cares enough.
Yeah. Just like, let the planet die.
Kind of a snowballing effect. Like it's
exactly.
something we could have nipped in the bud long ago if we bothered to care And unfortunately, it's still a major problem that even with the more looming threats caused by general pollution and other stuff, is something that we are largely choosing to ignore collectively. Like,
yeah, we all could do better with that, but just a few people choose not to. Like,
of course, then the whole thing kind of somewhat falls apart once you factor in Hedorah is an alien thing, which was like the film would have made quite a bit more sense if Hedorah were a creature from Earth that was mutated as a result of the pollution, a creature that fed on pollution in a bad way.
Yeah.
But no, it's just a space alien that feeds on pollution.
Then it gets really big and starts causing destruction and killing people, and then Godzilla shows up and gets covered in poop.
I know at some point Bono attempted to make a sort of sequel. I think it was like going to be called Godzilla 3D and feature another monster called like Deathlaw or something, but that never really got off the ground. I think maybe it kind of kick-started the whole idea of making an American Godzilla movie, which ended up happening in '98. Or it could just be misconstruing stuff.
That Godzilla movie's alright, too, in its own right, but I consider it not it's a kaiju movie.
We'll talk about that more when we actually talk about that movie. That's a whole subject for another time.
That's a lot of fish.
But yeah, Hedorah and its multiple forms, fantastic design.
Oh yeah. I remember in the Godzilla video game when he approached, sometimes he would just show up walking in his final stage, or you could have him fly in his like flight thing. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I don't think I really fully appreciated it until I actually got the monster movie series figure of Hedorah, but Hedorah has a tail.
Yeah. I never knew, from all the years of watching it, that he had a tail. I just thought, it's just...
Like, you just kind of assume that he's a sludgy humanoid, but no, it's also got a tail. You know it's bipedal, but the tail kind of gets lost in the shuffle when everything's filmed from the waist up.
It's like, look, get it out of the packaging. This fucker had a tail? I think Hedorah should have been in one of the Rebirth movies, because that was more about pollution.
Yeah.
Could have been a decent kaiju, but they wanted to have their own new villain kaijus plus Ghidorah or Kaiser Ghidorah. Or whatever.
I mean, let's face it, Dagara is basically Hedorah in all but practicality.
You're not wrong. Just more.
You could have had the Baron be just offshoots of Hedorah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that they went with a more draconic creature for the movie and kind of went with the theme of the Ghidorahs as enemies in the first and third movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dagara basically is a Hedorah, a dragonic Hedorah.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
It pollutes the water.
Although it would have caused problems with the whole flying into the monster to kill it from within climax that movie had.
True.
Although alternatively, we could have gotten a bunch of mini fights as a result of that.
Yeah.
But I think it works a bit better the way that it currently is.
Yes.
So you like pros and cons of it.
Exactly.
Hedorah's next significant film appearance would be a brief appearance in Final Wars.
Well, that Godzilla is just unstoppable.
Yeah. This Hedorah had a slight redesign with more straightened out eyes. They were less vagina-y. Mm-hmm. And also like a tube that expelled toxic gas that didn't actually do anything in the movie because he gets killed so quickly. Yep.
He gets Hedorah thrown into him.
His eye gets impaled by Hedorah.
In Final War, he kills mostly all the more villainous type kaijus, it seems. But then when it comes to like Rodan, King Caesar, and
yeah, then they cut out those deaths.
Yeah.
But that again, that's a topic for when we cover Final War.
Yep.
Once we already did. I don't think we did. I don't think we
so.
did.
I don't know.
I know we've covered pretty much every movie that Mothra has been in.
Yes.
And we're still working through the Godzilla movies, hence why we're on Godzilla vs. Hedorah now.
Yeah. It's, all these... The acting was fun.
But I feel like for Godzilla vs. Hedorah versus the Smog Monster, depending on how you want to say it, which is something I should have said at the beginning of the video, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think it has a lot of interesting pieces that don't necessarily make a greater whole. Like Hedorah is great. The trippy sequences are good, are fairly memorable and stand out. And the whole anti-pollution angle, a great thing. It's just that when you combine them all, they don't quite work out as well as they should. Still, a good movie.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Good, but kind of low on the totem pole for Godzilla films.
Right.
But...
And you can kind of see why that it's about this point that the series kind of trended downward in terms of popularity for a while. That having been said, it did the series originally ended on a couple of the best movies. Well, yeah. But we'll get to those when we get to those. You know, it's kind of apropos that we watched Godzilla vs. Hedorah, and then the next day I have sewage problems.
That is actually kind of freaking weird.
I think that's where we'll end it, unless you have anything more to say.
I have one thing left to say. This guy had to get up and grab some water because he almost fell asleep again.
And this isn't even a sleep movie.
Nope. I think you realize you're starting to doze off and like, hey, I gotta get some.
I did rewatch this movie yesterday, just so that I would be more aware of what all happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say.
I've said everything I need to say. Unless I come up with something hours later, which inevitably happens.
Yeah, well, the recording will probably be over.
Yeah.
Then we'll just discuss it on the couch.
I guess so.
All right. So till next time, everybody, I'm Tank.
I'm Protomet.
See ya.
Bye.